So in this video, we are going to discuss about 5 fascinating Indian brands who are absolutely crushing it in 2025. See, it's really interesting because while a lot of global companies are struggling to find foothold and struggling to find market share in some of the categories, these local brands are rewriting the playbook. And the innovations are not only happening in the tech hubs, it's happening in kitchens, it's happening in farms and skincare labs all across India. In this video, we are going to look at lessons which we can learn from them. See, the brands which I'm going to talk in this video are founders who solved the problem which they faced in their lives, and they have built a brand around it. See, fundamentally what I'm trying to do here is not just to tell a story, but just show you a silent revolution which is happening in India, especially in the CPG industry. So those of you who don't know what is the CPG industry, CPG is the consumer product goods industry, or some people call it as the FMCG industry, where you can classify most of the products you get it from the hyper supermarkets. Those brands are part of the CPG or FMCG industry. See, for years, the Indian market was dominated by few household names who were global giants. If you wanted to start a brand, you kind of wanted to, or you have to follow their playbook, right? Because otherwise you will have to fight for the shelf space, you will have to fight for margins, you will have to fight for advertising spot in the retail store, and also spending a fortune on advertisements. But all of that has changed massively across India. And also India's retail scene is seeing a massive change. And in India, there's a whole new generation of shoppers who are always on their phone looking for authenticity, looking for genuinity, and they want to ditch the traditional brands and look for cool brands which resonate to their vibe basically. So as a result, a new wave of Indian brands started exploding and also turning around millions of sales. So the number one brand which I'm going to talk today is the Whole Truth. See, Whole Truth is a brand which I find fascinating. Not because it was started by an ex-Unilever marketer called Shashank Mehta, but because I feel that he's onto a powerful mission, which is to make genuinely healthy snacks with completely clean and transparent ingredients. The Whole Truth is known for calling out weird items or hidden sugars in some of the healthy products in the market. Their blunt and honest marketing have created a fan following for Whole Truth, also created loyal customer base as well. And this is especially among the health-conscious millennials. See, their products like protein bars and muesli have nothing artificial in them. And this commitment to transparency has fueled some pretty incredible growth. And in 2024, their sales started showing all these tractions and their sales grew by 80%. At the same time, they have cut their losses by 1/3, which is the dream of any growing business, right? See, with another $15 million in funding, Whole Truth is valued at 2,100 crore rupees. So what the Whole Truth story is showing us is honesty can be a competitive advantage in the Indian market. Okay, now our second brand is Chaios. Now this is a very classic case of an opportunity which everybody misses. Now in India, while big coffee shop chains were popping out everywhere, that's when two IIT grads, Nitin Saluja and Raghav Verma, realized no one was innovating on the national's favorite drink, chai. So in 2012, they started Chaios, a modern day tea cafe, and that also with a 21st century upgrade to the chai. Now, their killer feature was hyper customization. So you can literally personalize your chai in 1,000 different ways, making your Meri Wali chai. That plus a tech-savvy ordering system and a nice cafes really clicked with people. But they didn't stop at cafes. They launched packaged teas and a delivery service with these innovative kettles that keep tea hot for an hour. See, it's a great example of how you can blend technology and tradition to come out with something very unique. And that's how they made a billion-dollar business from just a chai. Okay, brand number 3 is Fae Beauty, which stands for Free and Equal. Now, what's really smart about their strategy is how they have built their brand, which is for and with Gen Zs. Now, they're really tapped into the mindset of how an Indian consumer thinks, which is focusing on inclusivity and authenticity, because Indian consumers want authenticity. So Fae Beauty's innovations comes from a social first approach. So what they have done is they have created viral products like the liquid blushes and lip oils that are perfectly in sync with social media trends. And also they focus on inclusive shade ranges, cruelty-free formulas, and showing real unedited skin really resonate with a generation that's tired of seeing perfection, right? See, while legacy brands can still feel out of touch, and sometimes we feel that their social approach is completely not relevant for the audience. Fair Beauty is a perfect case study in how to build a modern brand by actually listening to your community. So number 4 is Forest Essentials, who have crafted a niche in the luxury Ayurvedic skincare sector. See, they have done something really brilliant, because what they have done is they have taken the ancient Ayurvedic wisdom, combined it with luxurious packaging and premium branding, and went to the market. See, since started in 2001, what Forest Essentials have done is made traditional Ayurveda into a traditional home remedy to a global luxury experience. And the secret is relentless focus on authentic traditional recipes and sustainably sourced ingredients. And this dedication have made them one of the biggest Ayurvedic skincare brand in India. But now the ambitions have gone global. Having already partnered with global giants like Estee Lauder, they are perfectly positioned to bring Ayurveda to a mainstream global audience. Forest Essentials is a great lesson, because they have showed us how an heritage brand can become a global giant by focusing on quality. At number 5, we have Arata, a brand which is built on the idea of clean, plant-based and toxin-free personal care. What Arata have done is they have tapped into this growing wave of consumers who are not just health conscious but are also environmentally aware. Their entire product line is vegan, cruelty-free and packaged in 100% recycled plastic, which is pretty cool actually. See, Arata's main strategy was to build a D2C community around transparency and safe ingredients, and it seems to be working, because their sales have jumped 50% in 2024. This kind of growth have attracted serious investors, including the venture arms of giants like L'Oreal, Unilever, and with that kind of backing, they are going deep down on research and development, especially on skincare and hair care. And it's solid proof that having an ethical and sustainable business can actually become your competitive advantage in a very highly competitive category like cosmetics, beauty, etc. Okay, so these were the 5 brands which I wanted to talk to you about today. But I wanted to talk to you about one more brand which I love. I know people who have used this. I know people who are big time fans of these products. So the number 6 bonus brand is DU. And I think this story is particularly cool because it's a masterclass in bootstrapping and product-led growth. Founded by a former lawyer, Shamika Haldipurkar, the brand's whole philosophy is less is more. In a world of confusing 10-step skincare routines and all those things, DU offers a minimalist line of super effective science-backed products. And Shamika bootstrapped the entire idea from scratch, and she have developed a product-led brand, and also she was smart enough because she didn't have the pressure of investors. And the brand launched with a single product, which is a multitasking serum called Hustle, which is a pretty bold move, because this extreme focus on creating a genuinely fantastic evidence-based product earned them a cult following and even praise from celebrities like Alia Bhatt. See, it really shows that you really don't need to have a huge VC backing or a massive celebrity backup from day one if your product is genuinely exceptional. So these are the 6 brands which I wanted to talk to you about, which are doing amazingly well in the Indian market, especially in the CPG sector. See, if we zoom out and look all 6 of them, a few key themes emerge, because these brands are really winning in 2025 as well, and they're agile. And the real question is not whether Indian brands are going to take over some of the category. The real question should be how fast they're going to do it, right? Because they're already doing it. So I'm curious about what you think about these brands. Let me know in the comment section whether you think there should be any other brands in this list. And if you like content relating to entrepreneurship, strategy, mindset, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.